is on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. The Roadrunners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So USF's offense will get first crack at it here. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Snagged in the middle. It's Wolf. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Bring in the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, and then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
The Bulls will line up to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quick release on the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be third and long. Scanning the field, it's McCown. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Roadrunners will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Now facing a third and long. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. To throw, it's McCown. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 15. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They boot it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes the grab, it's Singleton. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's going to let it go. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that generates the first points of this game.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him.
Touchdown, Bulls! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The screen, he's got wheels. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's McCown. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Henry. That should be the final play of the first half.
Complete to the back. Marked down at the 42.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
And the Bulls will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They're trying to put anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's McCown. Just a short pass to the tight end. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Roadrunners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Here's a heat. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
And the Roadrunners will punt this one away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The Bulls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Skips away from pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Puts it out of the air. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Brown will throw it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
The love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Roadrunners are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He's open on the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Gain of 22. And that's a first down for the offense.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're working that left side.
My old coach said, don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Roadrunners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Dropping back, it's McCown. Makes the catch. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
By the receiver.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lets it fly. Into the end zone for a touchdown. And now just 1 point away from a tie.
Number 1.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's got an open man. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the...
There he goes! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
The Bulls can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Finds a man on the right.